Child to kindergarten or to college, school safety just as important as back-to-school shopping, maybe even more important. Here with some school safety tips is Andy Crouppen from Brown & Crouppen. Andy, welcome back to the show. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
A lot of kids have the luxury of living close enough to school that they can walk it or bike it. I know there's some kids in my neighborhood that do it. That's fine if you take the right precautions, right?
Yeah, I mean, it was sort of a rite of passage growing up when we were kids. You know, everybody rode their bikes to school. Things have changed a little bit, but I think it's still something that kids can do with certain caveats. If you're in a neighborhood that's close to the school and not a lot of traffic, you know, kids of a certain age, I think you can teach them to be responsible crossing the street. And, you know, maybe if you send them with a couple kids, there's sort of safety in numbers when kids are traveling. Or sometimes what people do is one adult will escort the kids to school in the mornings just to make sure they're okay. You know, you can't be too safe. I have a young daughter, as you know, and the thought of sending her out into the world alone is just terrifying.
It's daunting, isn't it?
But there are safe ways to do it. Make sure they wear helmets. Make sure they have bike locks. They're prepared. They know what their phone number is in case there's a problem to call home.
Let's talk about illness. Every child, whether we want it to happen or not, will face this eventually. First of all, if your kid's sick, keep them at home from school, but get out in front of that and let's try to prevent it in the first place.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, these schools and daycare centers are like petri dishes for disease.
For sure.
You know, teach your kids to wash their hands often. I have a confession here to make.
No, boy.
About a year ago, I was with a friend. I said, I never wash my hands when I go to the bathroom in a public restroom. They're filthy. Why would I want to touch anything? And he said, you dummy. It's not that you're washing your hands to protect yourself from what's the dirt in the restroom. It's just a good habit to get into when you're in a bathroom. It just reminds you, okay, I should wash my hands, just to make sure you do it regularly. It doesn't matter that they get dirty right away. It's just the act of regularly washing your hands that's important.
And more of the schools now, sometimes this is even on the school supply list, a little bottle of the hand sanitizer.
Some schools will allow it, some won't.
Right.
You know, I don't love the hand sanitizer, but most people do.
Sure.
I think it's not a terrible idea, especially if you have a kid in one of these schools, to have them, you know, every once in a while just scrub up, because otherwise they get sick so often.
But at the very least, wash your hands.
Absolutely.
Andy. Let's talk about bullying. it just seems like over the last decade, maybe 15 years, is an issue that's really come to the forefront now. And is it true that federal law or many state laws require schools to have policies now on how to address this?
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, Missouri and Illinois both require that all public school districts have a bullying policy. Private schools and religious schools don't have to, but most do anyhow, because it's such a hot issue right now, and it should be. I mean, when we grew up, you knew kids who were bullies and who were victims of bullies. You know, the most important thing you can do is just stay involved. Monitor your kids' Facebook and Twitter and email and text messages. I think there are a lot of people who aren't comfortable with that, feel like they're doing something wrong. It's an invasion of privacy. I don't think anybody's telling you to do it behind their backs. Make sure that you talk to them about it. Get their passwords. Let them know you're doing it, and it's for their own safety. Whether your kid is the victim of a bully or your child is an aggressor, I think the really important thing to do is be in touch with the school. Find out what the school's policies are and stay calm. You know, that's the most important thing.
You get upset, the more upset you are, the more upset they'll be. Yeah, Andy, thank you very much.
Thank you.
If you have a legal question for Brown & Crouppen, you can email us at greatday@KMOV.